Hello and Merry Christmas.
Unbelievably, it's 20 years since the Christmas Invasion was on BBC One on Christmas Day.
I'm sorry, were we just interrupted by David Tennant?
I have one thing to say to that. Oh yes. And we're joined by Russell T Davies to reminisce about the Christmas Invasion.
We catch up with Pete McTighe and Russell to chat all things the war between the land and the sea.
And of course, we have Prop of the Month with some very special guests.
And we look at some of your incredible content that you made by yourself. Well done. After taking us up on our offer to live here last month, we're here to collect Pete McTighe's rent, and he seems to be subletting to the one and only Russell T Davies.
Hooray!
Hello.
I'm your rent, apparently.
You are.
Great.
I've been living in the Dalek.
Pete has come dressed as the master.
I have. It's my brand.
I love that.
Staging us.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show. First, tell us about War Between. How did it come about?
It was me, really. I've always loved that old story from 1972. I was alive when it was first transmitted. Can you believe? Impossible. But always loved that story. Always thought it had further to go. I mean, I love that story, but let's be honest, the Sea Devils come out of the sea, fire a gun and go back in. There's a lot more to explore with their history and their culture, and it was written by a very great writer called Malcolm Hulke. So it's been ticking away in my head for a long time, and I actually live by the sea in Swansea, and you can go to a very nice beach, just a 5-minute walk from my house, this beach called Langland, and I often sit there and look at the sea. And when you have a Doctor Who brain, when you look at the sea, you imagine the sea looking back at you. It's just the kind of thing you think it, don't you?
Oh, for sure.
Stories
Everywhere.
about Doctor Who things all the time. So that's been ticking around my head for about 10 years. And then when we came back, I just sort of thought, right, it's time to give the Sea Devils their due. 5 days after I started writing it, they told me Christian was writing a script called Legend of the Sea Devils. I'm like, what? I said, let me see the script. And they wouldn't let me see the script. It was all embargoed.
Really?
Yeah.
Hilarious.
It was all so top secret. So I kept writing this, just hoping. Someone said it's set in history. It's set in China. And I thought, well, that sounds like a different story.
So different.
And that turned out to be true. But we're here. We got it made. We're delighted.
We're glad that you did.
You've seen it. What do you think? Give adjectives.
Oh, okay. How many adjectives?
Lots.
3. Lots of. We'll alternate. Go.
Tense.
Oh, yeah.
Dark.
Oh.
Mysterious.
I was working for good.
Yeah.
I mean, good.
Yeah, but thanks.
I think we'd have a long wait.
I've just spontaneously come up with one. Good. But speaking of, it has sort of got a bit of a darker tone to it. What's the sort of intention behind that?
Well, we wanted it to stand alone as its own show, didn't we, really? And it's not all darkness. It's actually, we had a press screening for it recently, and there were lots of laughs, which you kind of forget when you've seen it 100 times. It's also very funny. But yeah, it has its own tone because we wanted it to stand alone as its own thing. It absolutely is a spin-off from the world of Doctor Who, but you don't need to have Doctor Who knowledge to watch it. It's a brand new story with brand new characters, and that's what's exciting about it.
And it's life or death.
Yeah.
To end life or death situations, you've got to have death.
Yeah.
And there's some, I don't know which stage people will have seen stuff, there's some really tough stuff coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Very excited by.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Yeah, we have to be careful.
So we have a scene where the Homo Aqua come out of the water. It's really really epic, global scale. What was that like to film?
I'll tell you what it was like. It was absolute chaos. That's what it was like. So we went to Spain for about a week to shoot some stuff there. And we shot all of that sequence in this stunning bay that you have to kind of descend a mountain to get into. And there were literally, we had to walk down this really narrow path. All the equipment had to go down there. There were literally men in hard hats hanging off the side of the cliff to catch anyone if they fell. It was quite hardcore. So we ended up getting...
I've tested that.
We get down there and, beautiful weather, Spain, lovely sunshine, blue skies, all very clear. And the minute we get down there and start setting up and have people in the water, this massive electrical storm erupts. And so it was chaos the entire night because we were only able to grab, I think we probably shot for kind of half the time that we wanted to. So it's amazing.
And you don't get any extra time.
No, you don't.
Point.
That was it. We couldn't go back there. We had to get everything there and then. And there were a few moments that we genuinely thought, we're going to have to actually call this off and somehow figure something out in post. God knows how we're going to finish this, but we did, and it was there were cameras falling over, there were Sea Devils being evacuated from the sea, people's lunch not arriving. That was me.
The lunch was the important.
There was sand in the noodles. It was absolute chaos. But we got it.
I'm amazed.
That first bolt of lightning that you see in that bay is a real bolt of lightning.
Oh yeah,
it's not special effects.
Yeah.
It's actually on camera. You see the storm, and you look at the waves as it's happening. It's a proper storm.
Is that pathetic fallacy?
That's the one.
Thank you, GCSE English. You're very welcome. Thanks.
Yeah, no, I'm amazed that you filmed that on location.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's really impressive.
It looks amazing.
Yeah.
Dylan, our director, just did a fantastic job wrangling under extreme chaos.
I mean, I feel like there are a lot of like quite epic, like big scale moments, and maybe less glamorous looking. But one of my faves was the plastic apocalypse. I love that. How was that done? Is it real rubbish? Like, what was happening?
There's a lot of real rubbish
Yeah.
and a wind machine, but it's augmented by more in post, in CGI. But you were there for that as well, weren't you?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like, you get Russell Tovey genuinely being hit in the face by plastic bags, which
We
we've
had to
all dreamt of. Really, who hasn't imagined that?
We had to stop a few times because it got so kind of intense because there were huge cranes with literally I was standing there thinking, are we really just going to chuck plastic at Russell Tovey and this is how we're going to do this? And yes, we are.
And that was kind of like concept number one for the entire show.
Yeah.
Which is the sea wakes up, it throws all the plastic back at the land. It's kind of an inevitable story, isn't it? It's just irresistible.
Yeah, it's a great idea, and I love the bit where she asks for a glass of water, and it's from the Thames.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And then tries to get him to drink it, and it's
Yeah.
like, why?
Yeah.
Imagine.
Because it's full of crap, you know.
And isn't that
so
wrong?
it's like-
Don't you think, isn't that wrong?
Yeah,
Shouldn't we be
yeah.
able to walk down to the
Exactly.
Thames
Yeah,
and
yeah.
drink? It just shows how insane the world is. Thank you. I'm
100%,
glad you
yeah.
like that bit.
So we've got more than one, I guess, subspecies of sea devils. Can you talk us through the different types?
Oh, God. Pete.
Well, salt is Homo amphibium, and then the Homo aqua, that's their nickname, that's not their correct name. The Homo aqua are the kind of traditional sea devils that we see.
They're all amphibians, clearly, because there they are breathing the air. So they're all kind of busking titles because it's an emergency.
Yeah.
And everyone, like Homo aqua isn't a real title. In the way that Sea Devils became the Sea Devils name, that was just someone who was driven mad by them saying, oh my God, they're Sea Devils, and became their name. So we're kind of playing with that all the way through of like, people don't stick to the official scientific names. They use the name that they look like, which is Homo aqua. And then you've also got Piscimorpha grandis, which are those great
I love
fish
them.
things, I know.
They're my
That got a big
favourite.
laugh
Yeah, yeah.
when they arrived. It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like the two
brilliant.
bouncers.
Yeah.
Yes, it's just bubbling away. You see more of them, a little bit more of them in episode 3.
Oh, episode 3, I love them in episode 3.
Yes.
That scene is
Window
fantastic.
like that. So yeah, we just had great fun with it.
Yeah, it's really cool. And I think also learning a bit more about what they can do and their abilities. And obviously, you know, there's that amazing scene with the plastic and Salt as well transforms at
Yeah.
one point.
Yes.
Angry, transforms. So we've got like a kind of gender fluid species as well. So it's really interesting.
That's what was
you know.
exciting writing this was that, you know, that their culture had not been explored in any way really. They were just soldiers. The only thing we really knew about them was that they quite liked string vests, and that was kind of it. But now we get to understand a lot more about them.
Yeah. And like episode 1 where they turn the floor to water. I love that.
Yeah.
They turn, so people sink into the floor. It's like they're controlling water. That's what we kind of assumed. It's like, let's see how far you get. And with fish-like attributes, there are fish that can swap gender. So it's all coming from nature. We've done that deliberately, from the marine world, putting that onto the land, which is exciting. Yeah.
I love that. We're learning a lot today. A little bit of GCSE science as
Innocent
well.
fish. Finding Nemo, there's a lot more going on in that film. You'll find a lot more than you thought.
Layers. Big fan of Salt, especially, and also personally massive fan of Gugu. How did you go about casting that and bring her back into the Whoniverse?
Well, a miracle. I mean, literally, someone said Gugu, and I will never get her. But sometimes it's lucky because, of course, she's been on Doctor Who before as Tish Jones, as Martha Jones' sister, and we got on really well. We'd always stayed in touch, and we'd see each other now and again. So it's good to stay in touch with actors because 20 years pass and chances like this come around. So then I was very much aware that this is one of the most talented and beautiful women on planet Earth, and we're going to cover you in prosthetics. It's not an easy ask. So I sent a letter, first of all, thinking that'll just die. But no, she was pleased to hear from me and so wanted a Zoom. So then I had this Zoom where I had to beg. I literally sat there going, we can do wonders with prosthetics, it'll all be fine. But she was so clever. She's very clever, Goo. She really wanted to know what she was getting into, what the prosthetics would be like. Then she came and visited the prosthetics team. She properly researched it. And she probably trusted us. That's what was nice about it. She knew the team. She knew me. She knew Julie Gardner. So she knew everyone. She's very comfortable. She wasn't going to do that with strangers. But then, I've got to say, and I still didn't expect it, but then she took a great big deep breath and said, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I trust this. I believe in it. I believe in Salt. I think I have things I can give to this. and look at her. And you haven't seen all of it yet. Honestly, I don't think she stands there like an ambassador for all 5 episodes. She's got so much further to go, and you see so many different attributes to her character. She is wonderful.
And her first day actually filming the whole thing was an incredible scene from episode 5, which was, we literally threw her in the deep end. She was in a massive wave pool, couldn't hear anything, couldn't really see anything, huge emotional scene with Russell Tovey, and that was literally her first scene that she shot, and she's just dynamite.
And a wave pool is incredible. We're all saying wave pool like we know what it is.
Yeah.
There are these great big
I didn't know it existed.
outdoor oceans.
Yeah.
Where, I mean, it's not an ocean, but it's a big lake.
It is massive.
Where you control the waves, and is it just used for filming?
No, it's used for
Training,
surfing training. And
surfing, that's what it is.
But you can literally turn the waves on and off.
Yeah. So we just
That's
replaced
really
the background, put a bit of a beach in the background. So it's a huge outdoor space in which you can do ocean scenes, and it looks.
Yeah, it looks
Wait till
incredible.
episode 5. It looks fabulous.
Yeah, it's
Did
in
you have
Bristol.
to find out how many swimming badges they got when they were younger? Like,
And actually, on that, Russell Tovey is the most amazing swimmer. When you see stuff in episode 5 of him swimming, it's not CG, just
Yeah.
FYI. And it
It's
looks like it
him.
is because it's so incredibly good.
Because we were like watching the Russians go, what the hell?
Yeah, how
They
does he
went,
do
Russell,
that?
can you swim down there, twist round? So I'd
Yeah.
like, yes. Like that. All him.
Amazing.
That's great. Let's talk a bit about the production design. We've got some incredible set pieces, particularly Empress Hall.
Yeah.
What was that like to build?
Huge, wasn't it?
It was the most insane set I've ever been in, really. It's hard to believe it's a set. It was just...
I didn't know it was a set.
No, I think people
It's
think it's a
enormous.
real hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, our production designers, Erica and Julian, and led by Joel, one of our execs, just did an incredible job on all the design. Like the Homo Aqua kind of habitat in episode 3 is this incredible, sprawling, weird, strange, alien, terrifying space. They just did an incredible job with all the sets. But yeah, the Empress Hall, everyone was wowed by that.
amazing.
And the actors especially, Russell said it was, Russell just used to like hanging out in there
He
between
lived on
shots.
it,
Yeah, he just
that
kind of
crack in the wall was my idea.
Yeah,
I always
so
said that cracking, like they built it and it
makes it
snapped.
real.
And it was the thing I've always wanted to do. It's like, do you know the profound difference between British drama and American drama is the number of extras. On a British call sheet, you look at the call sheet every day, it'll say 30 extras, and that's a big day. American dramas have 100 and 200 extras, and it literally looks more impressive and more magnificent. So I created that set, absolutely insisting you've got 150 people on that every day, which costs a fortune.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's money. You think all the money goes on spaceships and explosions and monsters and things like that. But actually, if you spend money on extras, it really, really pays off. And that hall is in all 5 episodes, and it looks gorgeous, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Wait till you see the end of that in episode 5. There's great things to come
Incredible.
in that hall. It's very exciting.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. Fun fact, I was an extra in 2 episodes of Made in Chelsea. Don't all clap at once. I feel like this is very interesting because UNIT are very central to this story, but also we're getting like a new group of people as part of this. And I do have to warn you.
Oh.
I feel like anything the two of you say right now is automatically canon.
Okay.
So can you tell me more about the new UNIT team? Who are they? What do they think of? What are their favourite hobbies?
Oh, wow. Stamps, mainly. They look like stamp collectors. don't they?
All of them.
board games and stamps.
And we've got our lovely old faithfuls there. Lovely Ruth Madeley is there as Shirley Ann Bingham. She actually built the tank. I like the fact that the tank is her.
Yeah.
She is the chief science officer, and so the tank is her design. Colonel Ibrahim is there.
Love
Lots
him.
more to discover about him. And beautiful Kate, of course, running it. But then to add to the team...
There's a whole other new family. We've got General Pierce, who of course appeared in Torchwood, who's amazing. He's a very kind of central figure in this series. And then we've got this incredible kind of team in the control room around Kate, which is kind of like, in a way, it doesn't have the kind of coziness of the Pertwee era UNIT family, but they do feel like a family. Like you can genuinely see that they love each other and get on together, and they're a proper little gang. So we've got Min, we've got
Hannah.
Steve, we've got
Steve.
Captain Mackey, Louise Mackey. There's a whole Jane Hart. Like
Some
all
terrible
these new
things happen to
characters.
some of them.
Yeah,
They're not all getting out of it alive, I'm afraid.
yeah. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
It's lovely though, isn't it? It's
It is.
really lovely stuff.
But the great thing is you invest in this group of people, and then you watch them go through hell, and that's
The nice thing is you can watch Torchwood Children of Earth, and this is like a sequel, because it's not literally a sequel, the plot isn't a sequel, but everything they did in Children of Earth of establishing a room for diplomatic concord with an alien species by having a tank at one end, they do, and they literally use the same corridors, it's the same locations, the corridors that Peter Capaldi walked up and down
Same
in
ones.
Children of Earth, Kate Lethbridge-Stewart now walks up, you can compare staircases and corridors because it's the same world, it's the same buildings along the Thames.
Downing Street's the same set.
Downing Street is the same set, it's like they learnt from Children of Earth how how to go into ambassadorial contact with people and now follow those protocols. So I love the fact that actually, in a way, it's a 10-part series.
Yeah, it feels like it's a piece.
Should we talk about Kate?
Yes.
Please.
Let's talk about Kate.
Love her.
Kate
Give us 3
Stewart.
hours, please.
Yeah.
Well, it's amazing to see Kate's character built out a bit more because she's been in Doctor Who for quite a while now, but it's lovely to see her, you know, kind of really be pushed to the limits.
Yeah.
Can you talk us through her journey and kind of your rationale for building out Kate's character?
I mean, I think Gemma must feel like a jinx because every time she does a big Cardiff, the entire production team has changed and the Doctor's been gone and everyone's replaced. She must go, what? Where am I now? And she just survives everything. We love her. I mean, the truth is, got to work with her on Doctor Who. I automatically brought her back in Doctor Who because I love her. I think. Did I make her head?
Yeah.
She used to be science
Yeah,
officer before, and I just made her head of unit because she's so wonderful and brilliant. And but I've always loved her. I used to be obsessed with a series called Bramwell that she made years ago, which I was literally obsessed with that. She was gorgeous in it and brilliant. So I was getting to work with her, and she's the best company, and she's so modest and she's so limitless in what she does. So I was always determined to give her more to do. It's very hard to give Kate more to do when the Doctor's there because he knows everything and does everything and. So it was a great opportunity for her to spread her wings in this, and off she goes.
Yeah, I did a little bit of that in Lucky Day and just pushing her into slightly darker territory at the end of Lucky Day when she's kind of confronted with all that terrible stuff that's happening, knowing where we were going in this and what we were kind of setting up in this. But it's just great to be able to invest so much more time in that character. You've got, you know, rather than 45 minutes in Doctor Who, you've got kind of 5 hours to invest in her and watch that journey. And it is an amazing journey that goes right to the very end of the series. And the
very end of her wits.
Yeah.
And there's a great scene in episode 5, which is Kate meeting her psychiatrist.
Oh,
That's such a laugh, isn't
So
it? It's like,
good.
imagine everything she's seen
Yeah.
and her dealing with this. It's like when she's busy, it's like she shows sides to her you've never seen before, and she's ferocious. I love her.
I feel like I'm a big fan of the romance that's taking place.
Well, here.
Between all 4 of us. It's very modern. No, between Kate and Ibrahim.
Yes.
I feel like we saw glimpses of that in Doctor Who as well. Was this always the plan
Yes.
to have it head in this trajectory?
More than glimpses. They've held hands in the middle of a worldwide chaos. It's like they are.
True.
I mean, it wasn't subtle what we've been doing, but absolutely. And catching Kate in the middle. I've always loved those people who have workplace relationships who think, but they always imagine no one around them knows. When everyone knows,
course they do.
it's like you very clearly saw. It's the end of the reality war, don't you? You very clearly see Shirley kind of rolling her eyes as they give each other a hug. So everyone knows, but everyone loves Kate and everyone loves Christopher. So they all kind of don't follow the rules. You know, there was some, I imagine there were workplace rules saying you're not allowed to fraternise. That's the word I'm using, fraternise. So it's a lovely relationship that's been born very naturally and allows us to explore Kate more and allows us a lot more of Christopher, who, bless him, has been very noble and dutiful and doing his job, but now he's got an inner life as well. So it's 2 lovely actors. I love Alexander as well.
Oh, he's just brilliant. They're so good
Gorgeous.
together.
Yeah. So interesting things to come with those. Yeah.
We touched on this briefly earlier. Barclay, who's played by Russell Tovey, who's an incredible character. How important was it to kind of position him as an everyday character?
That was the big ask of the show, really. It was very interesting working on that with Disney, actually, who were the most wonderful partners. And for Americans, it was completely unheard of to have a show in which the hero books the taxis. Can you imagine? There's a very good American version of this, in which Barclay is the world's greatest deep-sea diver. And on a mission to discover a long-lost ship, he finds a sea devil. Goes back to base, we'll promote you. And then he clings to the side of the aircraft. And, and then gets attacked. There's that Tom Cruise version. Exactly. That would actually work very well. If this was a movie, that's exactly what we'd be doing. So it took a while for us to sort of scale that down and say, this isn't a movie, this is a TV show. It starts with him asleep in bed, with his child from his divorce who's staying overnight. So instead of when normal action heroes literally killing onto a plane and get journeyed off into adventure, he has to drop his child off at his ex's, and the unit car isn't booked to go that way, but they're not getting a taxi at that time of night, and so they're late, and it's all a bit embarrassing. Plus, he obviously got drunk at the Christmas party and embarrassed himself in front of Captain Hannah. So it's a much more British way into things that I love.
Yeah.
Both those versions work. I've got to say, we could literally turn around and do that Tom Cruise version. But I like this way of doing it so that and as an audience, you're with him. You're with him. What's happening? Where am I going? Why am I going abroad? What's happening? What are sea devils? What? And actually, it's his goodness and humanity and his simplicity and his plainness and his lack of protocol that actually saves the day and gets him to become the ambassador.
I kind of feel like that's a thread that's run through a lot of your Doctor Who, and I think that's one of the things I've enjoyed the most about your Doctor Who particularly.
Thank you.
Where, you know, the companion in the main show, Doctor Who, is usually an everyday person, and that's our way in, and I think I really appreciated that in this series as well, that Barclay is someone we can relate to.
I think it's us watching it, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, we were that kid. You're not special when you're a kid. No kid is special, but yet every kid is very special because we all have hopes and dreams. And I used to walk home from school. I used to turn a corner over to come home from Olchfa in Swansea, and you turn up Hendrick Island Drive. And at the top of that, it's a hill. And I used to, and not just when I was 8, but when I was like 11, 16, 18, I used to imagine the TARDIS being at the top of that hill, and I'd just walk into it. So I think going from an ordinary life into adventure is a very Doctor Who path.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
I used to imagine the same thing as a kid in Manchester. I would always imagine the TARDIS materialising outside my school. It's just it's a thing you carry when you're a Doctor Who fan.
I feel like we've all done that, haven't we?
Yeah.
How could you not?
How could you not?
That's the joy of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's the one special quality. The Enterprise can't do that, and the Millennium Falcon's not going to appear on your street. All other shows don't have the capacity to do that, and we do.
I want to know more about Barclay's interaction with the Doctor. Like, what happened? How did they meet? It's sort of briefly mentioned.
Well, I think, because he says, the Doctor was vivid, so I think it was Colin Baker in that coat. That's what I think.
I think I'm not
Like
going to answer that. I think it's completely up to you. I think the moment I answer that, it dies. It's completely plain and prosaic. It's up to you in your answer, whichever one you want.
That's so interesting. I imagined it shooty, but it could
Big
be
finish
any.
in that.
Yeah,
Maybe a few.
could be all of them.
Yeah.
Definitely. We've talked a bit about filming at sea. Could you talk us through a bit more about what that was like to film, going kind of underwater?
So we actually drove. Do you drive a boat? We drove a boat into Cardiff Harbour. Piloted a boat, whatever. We got a boat, an actual proper scientific vessel, parked it in Cardiff Harbour. We shot a lot of stuff on the ship. It wasn't a boat, it was a ship. Of them getting into the submersible and doing all that kind of stuff. And then we genuinely sailed that ship like around the country, out into sea properly, and had a unit, not me, I refused, but we had a unit of about 10 people kind of staying on the ship, filming lots of like amazing drone shots and capturing all the stuff of the sub being lowered. So all of that stuff is genuinely happening out at sea, which is really exciting. And then of course they descend into the Homo aqua habitat, which was an incredible set build in one of Bad Wolf Studios. It was the same set that was used for the Bone Palace.
The Bone Palace.
They kind of really heavily
chamber.
adapted that, heavily adapted the structure of that. You obviously can't recognise it, to become this new kind of habitat. But and even just it was like a week away from filming, and they were having to kind of work around the clock to kind of finish this thing. It was a huge job to do, just to fabricate the whole thing, and it just looked incredible.
Looks stunning.
Nice.
Yeah.
I feel like we have to get the Whoniverse Show down to explore all the sets.
You do.
Things like that. We want to get on the TARDIS, basically.
You've not been on the TARDIS?
Oh, yeah, you have.
You could do that.
So you have been on the TARDIS?
You mean you were in Cardiff dressed as Joe Martin and you didn't go on the TARDIS?
I didn't. They wouldn't let me.
Fools. I'm looking at the production team. Fools.
Can we make that happen?
We can totally make that happen.
You literally switch the TARDIS on with a flick of a switch and it's on. It's there. It's like...
Is it literally like one?
Yeah. It's a big leap.
We made it that way because when we designed the TARDIS, I said this will have so many visitors. I remember in the old days, the old TARDIS, Joan Collins popped in, Sherry Booth popped in.
Joan Collins,
Joan
really?
Collins in a
Does
cowboy
count.
hat. Came in. Oh, we had to keep a lot of these things secret. Like Sherry Booth was like, you couldn't publicise it. We can now. And because she brought her kids.
Right.
As well. So it was always a big faff to turn the TARDIS lights on. So when we built this new one, I said, look, you'll be surprised how many people visit it and how many people will want a photo. You've got to be able to just flick a switch and turn it on. So they've done that.
Yeah.
And it's great. It's really lovely.
It is one of the most impressive sets I think I've ever seen. It's just incredible. And the lights...
They can change the
are
lights
so
when
fun.
you're there. You
You've
can
got
change the
disco
colours.
settings.
The console lights are all interactive. You genuinely press buttons and things happen. It's great.
It doesn't feel like a set.
No.
It feels real.
I just wanted to move in.
Russell Tovey's back in the Whoniverse, which is very exciting. Big fan. What's it like having him back?
Well, he's not back, really. He's not the same character as he was. He's not Alonso, but he's someone I've worked with 3-4 times now. He's just a joy, isn't he?
Oh, he was just incredible, so professional, so caring about the show, looked after everybody, was just on point every single day. He was just a dream.
And he can act.
Yeah.
That's the most wonderful thing. And Barclay goes through such extremes. I think up to what you've seen. You've barely seen him begin to suffer. And he takes that role. But he brings adventure to it. He brings heroism. He brings delicacy. He brings romance. He brings sadness. Wait for the last 10 minutes.
Oh.
It's absolutely astonishing.
Incredible.
Wow.
And to see
And keep watching.
Oh, yes.
Keep watching at the very end as the titles roll. The
Don't
Doctor
turn
doesn't
off.
appear. It's not the Doctor appearing. That doesn't happen. There's an in-story event. You've got to keep watching right to the end, and there's the most sensational scene right at the end.
We've got the finale coming up.
Yes.
Can you give us a word, a little nugget or a word to describe what it's going to be like?
Oh, carnage.
Oh, I'll give you one. Woof. There you go.
Yes. That's going to be 2 minutes into the show, you'll discover what that means.
Yeah.
Feels very cryptic.
And if you want to catch up on The War Between, you can do so on iPlayer. We all remember what we were doing when the Christmas Invasion first graced our screens 20 years ago.
And we are so excited to look back with Russell and Pete. But before that, we have a message from the Doctor himself.
Unbelievably, it's 20 years since the Christmas Invasion was on BBC One on Christmas Day. I'm still alive, so they've wheeled me out to talk about it. I was very, very chuffed that my first proper episode of Doctor Who was also the first proper Doctor Who Christmas special. It feels like Doctor Who and Christmas Day television are a kind of perfect match, and very odd that it had never really happened before. Well, it did happen once, of course, back in the 60s. An episode of Doctor Who that is now missing because the BBC did not look after their archives. So, the first real existing Doctor Who Christmas special is the one that I was in, the Christmas Invasion. Well, it was thrilling and exciting and huge, a huge sort of life change for me to be involved in something that big. So it was nerve-wracking because there was a lot of expectation. It was, sort of terrifying. And yet at the same time, then you just start, then you just get a script, and it was a great script that I'm not really in very much. I had quite a lot of time off in that first episode of Doctor Who, which lulled me into a false sense of security as to how easy it was going to be. I sort of turned up, did the odd scene, and then went back to bed in Camille Kaduri's flat. Having not done very much for most of the episode, I then have a kind of 2-page speech and a sword fight, which was kind of great. I mean, that's kind of how you want to start your life as the Doctor, isn't it? Also quite nerve-wracking. Having not done very much on set, suddenly I was doing a long monologue with a great Lion King gag in the middle of it. That was my favourite bit. I had Billie Piper to hold my hand, which became hugely important. Having someone who'd been there already, who kind of knew what this was. Because you're in everyone's living room on Christmas Day, and there'd been a build-up, and there was a lot of talk about it, and there was a lot of pressure, and there was a lot of scrutiny. But also how joyous to be in the middle, to be in the middle of Christmas Day television. In those days, people got their Christmas copy of the Radio Times and you put a circle around the stuff that you were all going to watch as a family, and it felt like in that moment watching Doctor Who as a family was kind of what everyone was doing. It was certainly what we were doing up in Scotland. I had to sit with my family and watch it, which was thrilling and awful in equal measure. People always are like, oh, how did you decide how your Doctor was going to be, how you were going to talk? Did you and Russell have long conversations? Did you sit up all night discussing the ins and outs of character choices? And we absolutely didn't at all. It just made sense. It didn't feel like there were conversations to be had. I think I have spent my life watching Doctor Who, and so had Russell. I think we both came from a similar place. I felt like I absolutely understood how he'd written it. When they're written that well, you just need to say the words. So it was not something that ever felt mysterious to me. I got to have a sword fight, I got to have my hand chopped off, I got to throw a tangerine at an alien spaceship door, and I got to do a really good Lion King joke. And it changed my life, without a doubt. It changed my life forever. I mean, I'm still here, 20 years later. God, 20 years!
Poor David, will you ever let him go from that trap?
No, he's stuck
Locked
there
in that
forever.
cellar?
Yes. So we keep him in the basement, just for safety.
Bring him out on special occasions.
Special occasions like the 20th anniversary of the Christmas invasion.
Ba-ba-ba.
Yay! Applause, everyone, applause. What do you remember from
Well, I was only
making that?
19, so it's hard to remember in many ways. I remember they commissioned 2 lots at once. They commissioned Christmas Special and Series 2 and another Christmas
Did they?
Special. Oh my God, and they announced it
Imagine
at
that now.
BAFTA, at the screening of The Parting of the Ways. That was Jane Tranter on stage announced it. I mean, I can't have been told a second series was on its way, but that was like, I was in the audience in my head going, 2 Christmas specials, what the hell? Like that. Equally excited as well. But let's talk about the real first Christmas special. Come on, Unquiet Dead. Poor, lost, forgotten
Love
thing.
that
They've
story.
released that box set of Christmas specials. I'm going, where's the Unquiet Dead? Which I did because I thought Doctor Who and Christmas went together so well in the first place. And I didn't ever imagine the show would be successful enough to get a Christmas special. Never. So to me, that's the most Christmassy. It's got Dickens in the snow saying, Merry Christmas, everybody. Like that. It's just and it's got ghosts on Christmas Eve. It's just gorgeous. So never mind, Tennant came along and ruined the whole thing. But, so it's a very happy memory, and it was like, and David taking over was joyous, and also we'd had a successful first year. And you could feel a bit of muscle and a bit of confidence and also a bit of fear, because once you've been successful, success teaches you nothing. Yeah. And that's one of the first things you learn. You go, why did we do that? What the hell? We'll never do that again. So it's quite terrifying, but that's a very good engine. That's fuel. So there was a lot of joy, and James Hawes was the director, who's a brilliant man. He was lovely. So it was a very energetic time, because it was, and also having had a big success, you then got a new doctor. Well, what if he'd been terrible? You know, you like I said, you're living on your nerves, going, oh my God, at stage time we were reaching out, bringing Sarah Jane back, Elizabeth Sladen. That was kind of all the same block, wasn't it? Did we do? Yeah. You weren't there. People were literally not born 20 years ago.
I was watching it in Australia. I was living in Australia at the time, and I remember watching it thinking, what if this is Doctor Who broken? Because I loved Christopher Eccleston. I thought he was amazing. Chris and Billy were an amazing team. And this new Doctor Who, you know, David Tennant wasn't really well known then at that stage. And this was his big break, really, after Casanova. But of course, he was extraordinary. And it's such a funny Christmas special. Like Jackie Tyler being terrorised by a Christmas tree is one of my all-time favourite Doctor Who moments. Absolute genius. And it's such a roller coaster.
I do think Doctor Who Broken should be the name of our podcast.
Let's do it.
Not our career.
I believe you can get that Jackie Tyler moment on a mug.
I'm going to get killed by a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I want one of those.
Camille Kajuri. Bless her.
Love her.
I think we're going to get a pay
She's
rise for
dead.
plugging that now. Thank you. Welcome.
You're plugging merchandise now. Snap out of it. Back in the room.
Sorry.
Come on.
Christmas specials.
Some specials. And Russell, do you remember where you were on Christmas Day? Did you watch it on broadcast?
Oh, I always watch
Yeah.
every single episode on broadcast. Well, you try to. My family's like, yap, 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 yap. And it was around about, yes. Yes, I must have done. Actually, it's funny, I can't specifically remember it. Actually, they tend to be noisy, and you go, there's a programme on at 6 o'clock, they're like, yeah, blah, 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 drink. And so I probably normally ended up sitting watching it properly at midnight, that night.
Right.
Oh, that's nice.
Kick them all out, get them arrested,
Nice.
get the police van in, family gone. And then, so I would have done that, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we all sat and watched it because it was the first one, but I can't, I'm making that memory up.
I feel
I've
like
reached that stage.
Christmas is like the one time a year where I used to force my family to come and watch Doctor Who.
Yes.
And I'll be like, my show's on. And you know how people, talk.
Talk?
And,
I know.
and ask questions.
Yes.
Oh, who's that? Or what's that?
Yeah.
What was she in? Z-Cars.
My show's on.
That's so true, but you can pause it now. That's wild.
You couldn't then? Could you
Yeah,
then?
I
don't think
couldn't.
you could.
No, it's
At
like
that point.
classic.
And also,
like,
you shouldn't watch
on-trend.
drama and pause it.
No.
I hope no one does that to this show.
No, they shouldn't.
No. You can pause it the second time you watch it. There's lots of little Easter eggs, actually. But
Why would you pause it? What's on the shelf?
You can read the Sea Devil's text and stuff.
Really,
Yeah, you
Pete?
can, really.
Quite an insight.
Let me know, I spent hours writing it, so someone has to bloody read it.
It's when someone gets up to get a drink and they say, don't worry, you don't have to pause it.
Oh.
Oh, the show can't be that good then.
But then when they come back, they ask you all the questions.
Yeah.
And yet,
Yeah.
when you watch with a group, sometimes it's the best thing of all.
Yeah,
Jokes
100%.
get laughs.
Yeah.
Thrilling bits get thrills. It's like, I often think about my writing. I often think I'm writing for a crowd.
Oh, for sure.
And yes, and so I invite strangers in to come and sit and watch. I just leave my front door open and then lay food as a trail, and they come. But I do think I think there's something magic. Like, you all watch your favourite sitcom, or watch your
sitcoms especially.
I remember watching like the Richard Hillman episode of Coronation Street with a gang of friends, where you know when he drove the car into the canal and all that steam came out of the garage as he escaped, and we were all thrilled. That was a thrilling thing to watch. So there's a great joy sometimes if they don't talk.
Obviously, we, as you said, David Tennant, we knew him from Casanova. At what point did you know that he could be the Doctor? Was it?
Oh, it was, yes, because I worked with him on Casanova, and we sat in rehearsals talking about Doctor Who an awful lot. Wow. There was a scene with 3 doctors in it, and we sat there going, 3 doctors? like we were the funniest things in the world. And I was showing him photos of everything that was happening. So very early on, really. It's like...
Was it during Casanova?
No, it must have been after,
Right.
It's terrible. You realise when you do shows like this that when you listen to the old days, all the stories of Barry Letts and Terence Dicks telling their and Philip Hinchcliffe telling their stories, they're just making it all up. You can't remember a sodding thing. It's all just a blur of production from one end to the other. And they'll go, oh yes, I remember that rehearsal when this happened. No, you don't. These anecdotes get so well worn that you believe them.
Yeah.
I've told stories so many times and I believe them.
So Christmas Invasion was 20 years ago. I can't believe it's 20 years ago. I know. Did you ever think you'd have this full circle moment coming back to Doctor Who?
Never. It's literally beyond your wildest dreams. I remember at the time thinking, oh my God, we've got a second year. And you kind of sat there thinking, oh, wouldn't it be amazing if this programme lasted for 5 years? That was kind of like the dream. Yeah, that was like impossible to imagine. And that's why we very quickly turned around. The speed with which we started making Torchwood and the Sarah Jane event was ferocious. Was Torchwood like 2006?
You were doing like 4 or 5 shows at once.
And Confidential and Totally Doctor Who and Torchwood Declassified. But it was literally an example of making hay while the sun shines. And also when there were budgets to do that. Very quickly the 2008 financial collapse came along. Budgets disappeared very quickly, and we held on to them like crazy because we already existed. But it's funny to think if we hadn't done that, the opportunities wouldn't have been there. Because was Torchwood 2006 and Sarah Jane was 2007? I mean, you look back, we didn't hang about, did we? It's like there I am going, oh my God, we got a new Doctor. It's like, yeah, we were busy. Yeah. We were setting up Torchwood at the same time. So it was a ferocious time and a brilliant time, and we all absolutely loved it.
Yeah. Amazing. Looking back, is there any advice that you would give your younger self 20 years ago?
Enjoy it more.
Really?
Take time and enjoy it, which I do a little bit more now.
Yeah, I've been really conscious the last few years of just really enjoying every minute I've spent.
Yeah. It's like, actually, I say that, there wouldn't have been time to spare. It was nuts. Yeah. I remember like 3 years in, at the Radio Times covers party, 3 separate people, 3 unconnected people coming up to me going, are you all right? No. I thought I was fine. Clearly, I look like a corpse. I was like, that's when the amount of work. Genuinely, are you all right? What? Yeah. Get off! Like that, because it was mad, the workload. Yeah. But wouldn't have missed any of it.
I think Stephen once described being the showrunner as like being strapped to the front of a train.
Who's he? We saw him last night. We were with Stephen last night. He's lovely. Yeah.
So for this festive season, what would be your sort of recommendations of shows in the Whoniverse to enjoy over the Christmas period?
Well, I'd watch the last episode of Children of Earth really, on Christmas Day.
Cheer people
That's
up.
How to treat the children, isn't it? That's the real way to do. I don't know. I think on Saturday night, in the middle of Cardiff town, I bumped into a man who's wearing an ogre T-shirt. So I'm going with the Stones of Blood. I think it's in there.
That's good.
And I think there's something a little bit Christmassy about that. There's a bit of folk, pagan, magic kind of thing. Yeah. I love the Stones of Blood. Yeah.
I'm going to say my favourite Christmas special is The Runaway Bride. I love David and Catherine. I think it's just a magnificent piece of television. It's so funny. Yeah. So I would say that. I would also
they had the reception without me.
With pockets. There's so much good stuff in that. I would also say A Christmas Carol, which is a lovely, beautiful Stephen Moffat script, Matt Smith story. Love that. I would say Canine and Company because I love it.
Cool, Cam.
I love it.
I can't even ironically, but I only asked for about 10 minutes.
No, I love it. It's Christmassy. Really? I watch it every Christmas, seriously.
And of course, we've got David's suggestion for what to watch over the festive period. Take it away, David Tennant.
What Christmas episodes of Doctor Who should you watch? I mean, this is hard because it's very difficult to recommend one's own work, but we did some great Christmas specials and they're all still available. But listen, I don't want to undermine the Christmas work of some of my successors. all very good. You should watch them all. You could do a marathon of all the Doctor Who Christmas specials, which means you have to start with mine and see how far you get. The one I really want to recommend, though, is the one we can't watch. I want to watch The Feast of Stephen from 1965? As far as I understand it, it was a sort of Doctor Who pantomime. But we'll never know, because it's been wiped. That's the Christmas Day special I really want to see. So if anyone's got a copy of that tucked away in their attic, a little old roll of film that they've been hoarding and keeping to themselves, we all need to see that now. We need to see William Hartnell turning to the audience, which I believe he did, looked straight down the camera like this and said, "A Merry Christmas to all of you at home." That's what we want to see. That's the Christmas present we all need.
Maybe he's got the only copy.
Maybe by the time this is transmitted, it will have been recovered.
Oh, don't say that. There's going to be news stories everywhere. It's not true.
It's the one we don't want to have recovered, isn't it, really? Let's be honest, we'll be like, oh, really good news. It's back.
If only. If only.
Like that.
So,
Yeah.
in the Doctor Who magazine newsletter this month, you teased Christmas 2026 with 3 words.
Which I believe they were Bafflers, Winternox and Village.
So no one needs to buy it now. You've crippled the magazine. Well done.
You said other things as well.
That's great. Yes, and?
And is there anything else you could tell us about Christmas 2026?
No. It's not even written yet. Doesn't exist yet. I know those 3 words are true and real. They're I know what they are in my head. Winternox would be very important.
Oh.
All to come. Can we come back this time next year?
Yes.
Actually, we're busier.
Yeah.
Come back everywhere.
Let's come back. We'll come back and do that.
Well, you've moved in, so...
Yeah, exactly. I'm living over there.
I'm your rent. Yep. Hooray. Merry Christmas.
Hooray.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Amazing.
What does it mean? What does it mean?
Christmas is the birth of Christ celebrated.
Thank you.
Well, yes.
Sorry. Right, now it is time for Prop of the Month.
Wow.
Christel, it was meant to be you guessing, but you have elected deputies. You will get clues along the way
Okay.
at certain increments of time. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Are you steady?
Yes.
Your time starts now.
Is it Maureen O'Brien?
Can I touch it?
You may.
Will we know what it is?
You will,
Yes.
certainly.
Well, let's look. It's kind
Can
of like.
confirm.
Is that like a hook shape? Has
Or
anyone
is it,
had a hook?
is it kind of snake-like? Is it something from like Colony Staff in
Is
The
it the
Magician's
Mara?
Apprentice?
Is it New Who or
Colony
Classic
Staff?
Who? Can you answer these things?
I can't, can I?
What's the point of having
I
the
can't.
question?
I am gesturing at you.
I'm inventing the rules now. This is
it's
canon.
new- it's
I'm
new
the
series,
producer.
it's
You
new series,
can
it's
answer
new
the question.
Okay, well, you've got a clue now
Right.
because it's 60 seconds. It appears in the Christmas Invasion.
Oh!
Oh, I know what it is.
No!
I know what it is. I think I know what it is.
It's...
Okay,
Go on then. Wait, that's what we're here to do, Pete.
guess.
That's the format.
I think it's the Sycorax staff, isn't it?
Oh.
Like,
You
oh
can
no! It's the whip.
Oh, a Sycorax whip. You can say yes or no.
It is, that's correct. That's what it is. Yeah, it is.
Can we do this?
Yes,
Let's do
please
that.
reveal it dramatically. Here it is, in all its glory.
It was called the Electro Whip. I get an
yeah.
extra point for the proper name.
Oh.
And it killed, the man it killed, Daniel Evans, is now the head of the RSE.
Oh right.
Yes, he's like top.
What does
top
what
it's
does
about
this-
Professor Llewellyn
Yes,
What does
from the
yeah,
Christmas
yeah.
Invasion. He's a huge theatre star now.
What does this
Oh,
mean?
but I'm fine. I'm just going like this. It's
does that mean?
Next
What does
time
it
I'll
mean?
be the prop, and it'll be like Christmas That's the French lieutenant's
Please,
woman.
let's do that.
What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Oh,
It's
let
like,
the other
is
reason.
it my initial?
Oh, they meant something at the time.
Congratulations. With
Okay,
guessing
cool.
that and giving yourself an extra point, I think you are in the lead.
Hey!
You are top of the leaderboard with 2 points.
Amazing.
As
Never
it
been
should
so
be.
happy.
I'm so happy. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Take it away, Kyle.
Kirby.
The next instalment of Doctor Who The Collection Range will be Series 21, the Fifth Doctor's final outing as the Doctor with his regeneration story, The Caves of Androzani, which is then followed by Colin Baker's first story as the Sixth Doctor with the Twin Dilemma. The set is released on the 16th of March 2026. Christel, have you ever wanted to be River Song? Me too! An upcoming Choose Your Own Adventure book allows you to stand in the shoes of River Song. The book, Stormcage, is released on the 10th of February.
And tell us what your favourite track is from the now released and long anticipated Series 10 soundtrack from Murray Gold.
Mine's track 10.
And in keeping with all things music, you can also listen to Lorne Balfe's incredible soundtrack of The War Between the Land and the Sea. Both are available now.
Battles in Time is back. The Retroduction set drops with 72 classic cards reborn, and 8 brand new editions starring modern doctors and fearsome foes. Stay tuned, this is only the beginning.
Time for my favourite part, looking across the Whoniverse to see what all you lovely lot have been up to. Let's take a look.
Ooh, nice.
Cosplay.
Strong bit of cosplay there. We've got Peter Capaldi's Doctor, the 12th Doctor, and River's Song.
I genuinely thought for like a split second that was like a real promo shot of Peter Capaldi and Alex Kingston.
So good. I would say the most impressive thing when it comes to River's Song cosplayers is the wig, and I don't know where they're getting these wigs from, but every time I go to a convention and meet a River's Song cosplayer, they have this specific wig, and I don't know where they're getting it from, but it's so good.
It looks accurate to River Song. I would not choose that for myself.
I'm assuming it is a wig.
It could be their natural hair.
Yeah.
Maybe it is. We're bringing back the perm from the 80s. Should we have a look at another one?
Yes.
Next!
This is a lovely bit of artwork where Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor looks like they're selling doctors from the inside of their coat.
I love that.
It's so fun.
Like suspicious, like watches.
Here's all my other faces.
Yeah. In the other side, it's just sonic screwdrivers available for purchase. I love that.
Yeah, I love the art style as well. So fun.
Should we look at another one?
Let's look at
Next!
Oh, this is so cute.
That is cute. It's very like, feels very spiritual.
Yeah,
I like
it does.
that. The Doctor is the universe and the universe is the Doctor.
Yeah, and the Earth is sandwiched in between the Doctor's two hearts.
I would love a sandwich. No, you said that.
A heart sandwich?
Just honestly, anything. I'm quite hungry.
Doctor's heart sandwich.
No, it is.
That is lovely.
And the rose as well.
Oh.
Do you get it? Oh.
Well.
Interesting. It's a real tattoo. It's not a temporary transfer.
Yes, that is very much a real tattoo. Incredibly impressive.
Yeah, that is a skill that I don't think I could ever possess, is able to tattoo someone in that way.
If you could have a Doctor Who tattoo, what would you choose?
I think I would get Russell T Davies lowering his glasses on my thigh.
Well, the meme.
Yeah. Just right there. What would you get?
So, there's a book of poems written by James Goss called Now We Are 600, and in that book there's illustrations by Russell T Davies.
Ooh.
And some of them are really cool, like TARDISes, Doctors, so maybe like one of those, I don't know.
I like that.
Yeah, in his style. Or Peter Capaldi's also a really good illustrator as well.
What is it with everyone being able to draw?
I don't know, yeah.
That's an unbelievable skill that I don't have.
Yeah.
Maybe we should practice. We can submit our own wonderful fan art for the next one.
And if you'd like to send us your fan art or your cosplay, you can email us at thewhoniverseshow@bbc.com. That's all we've got time for this month and this year on The Whoniverse Show.
We hope you all have a wonderful Christmas and holiday season.
And we hope no flying sharks, robot Santas or singing goblins get in your way.
If you haven't already, make sure you watch The War Between the Land and the Sea on iPlayer or Disney+.
And then go and relive all the wonderful festive specials on iPlayer.
And we weren't joking, if you do have a copy of The Feast of Stephen hidden away somewhere, get it over to us, send it over. David won't stop texting me about it.
And incidentally, a Merry Christmas to all of you at home. And don't forget to subscribe to the official Doctor Who YouTube channel.